And we're live.
Hello and good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. Studio Dog Charlie. What, am I boring you already?
No, that was a big yawn.
I know. Show number 106. Good morning. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, producer, show creator, and he almost inherited this guy last night. He's my son, Matt.
Shocker. Pete gives up with Charlie and throws him in with Matt so that Matt gets no sleep so that poor little Pete can get some sleep.
I don't give up on Charlie.
I don't think I would have shown up today if you...
Really?
I mean, I love Charlie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you think your sleep is more precious than mine.
That's not the case.
That is 100%
Usually, he gets down from the bed and he goes to scratch the door because he wants to go see you. He wants to go play with you.
No, he wants food.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. We have a great show planned for you today. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So be sure to hit the like button if you like what we do and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekdays, but also available on all of your podcast apps. You can leave us a voicemail with your comments, questions, birthday or anniversary shout-outs, Feel-Good Friday stories for tomorrow at 774-473-9910. And don't forget, we do have merch available. We have Make It a Great Day t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs. It's all available at the link down below. There you see some of the shirts. Coming up today, what makes the perfect hug? Braley's Bizarre But True. What's the strangest thing you have a guy for? And a Harry Potter reunion.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. We have those stories and more coming up. But, Charlie last night, I guess I did it again.
Sure. Just complain a little bit more. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
He slept all afternoon.
Kind of.
Pretty much. You know, I took him for a walk, right? Was that it? After the walk? I guess so. I took him for a walk, and then he crashed, and he slept a couple hours in the afternoon. I got to watch Oak Island. They're getting close to gold. And the problem is he sleeps in the afternoon, and then when it's bedtime, he's ready to go, you know? So
yeah, I mean, yes and no.
He hopped down off that bed 3 times last night.
I think you got to play with him while you're watching TV.
That's it?
Well, when I watch football, like on Sundays,
right,
the entire football game consists of me watching football while throwing a dinosaur.
And he does bring it back to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So I think that's what you got to do.
We'll try that.
Yeah.
We'll try Oak Island and Little Dinosaur Game. See how that goes.
There you go.
It is Thursday, November 18th. It is 1 week until Thanksgiving.
Whoop, whoop.
32 days until Matt's birthday.
Aye.
37 days until Christmas. I suppose I should think about getting your mother something. I have no idea.
You really haven't got anything yet?
No, I don't know what to get her.
I didn't know if that was a joke for the show or if you legit haven't gotten anything yet.
I have not gotten anything for your mother yet.
The good news for you is you have until actual Christmas.
Right. For some of the Sibs, we're going to celebrate Christmas on Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, next week. So I hope you bought your stuff.
I have my Secret Santa gift.
Perfect.
I do have that, yeah. It is 44 days until the new year and 89 days until Valentine's Day if you want to plan ahead, all right? This is National Princess Day. Celebrate the princess in every little girl.
I've been waiting for this. Oh, okay. Never mind.
You princess. It is National Vichyssoise Day.
Explain.
That's the cold potato soup that we told you about back during your potato salad rants.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had it once on a cruise ship just because I wanted to see what it was all about.
You realized how idiotic of an idea it was, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to continue eating potatoes the way they're meant to be eaten, which is cooked and warm.
I wasn't impressed. It was one of those things where it's like...
Are you surprised?
What, that I wasn't impressed?
It's a cold potato soup. No. Is that what you said? Or potato soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, because cold tomato soup is, what's that called?
Tomato juice, probably.
No, cold tomato soup. It has does it have a name? A fancy name.
I need help?
I don't know what it is. Somebody put it in the chat.
I gotta love the way Vichyssoise is spelled, though. It's Vichy. So there's your Vichy.
See, I've heard that before.
Then your SSOISE. That's your swa.
I've heard it before, but I never knew it was soup.
Yeah, cold potato soup. Today is World Pancreatic Cancer Day, and it is Great American Smokeout Day. Shall I tell my story? Worked for me. It worked for me 30 years ago.
Is the point of the day to quit smoking?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you should have explained that first.
Oh.
I mean, it could have been like, just cooking a brisket in a smoker. Am I right, Dana?
I'm sorry. I thought everybody knew. It's the day that the American Cancer Society encourages you to try to go one day without a cigarette. So, of course, when I was on the radio, we had to do these. That's the day, Pete. You're going to give it up? I'm like, oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
I used to smoke. At my most, I think it was a pack a day. And what happened was we had children. Your sister, Sarah, was the first.
Because if I was the first, he would have started smoking more.
And drinking.
Yeah. Yep.
So when I came home one day, when Sarah was 2, she would put a crayon up to her mouth and go,
ooh.
I'm like Daddy. Daddy do. I'm like Daddy.
I think maybe Trish paid Sarah to do that. Because then Trish was like, hey, look at that. Cut it out now.
She did look at me and she said, you deal with that.
Yeah.
So Great American Smokeout came and I quit for the 24 hours. We made a stunt about it on the air.
You did it like on this day?
Yes, on this day.
I didn't know that.
30 years ago, because Sarah was 2.
Wow. So Sarah, if you did it at any other time of the year, it wouldn't have happened. He needed something for the show. It was all a bit. It wasn't for Sarah.
Don't you realize
it was a
your
bit
kids?
idea.
You're even doing it now. You're doing a show for me. It's all about the show.
Yeah, I know. Look whose frickin' name is on the sign.
I know. So when the Great American Smokeout was over, so the next day, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I went and I lit a cigarette, sat down with a cup of coffee, and I felt the guiltiest I have ever felt in my life. Because I had gone a whole 24 hours without one, and then I lit one up, and I went to work, kind of bummed, kind of rashing on myself, you stupid idiot. Why did you do that? And then Greg, our friend down in Florida, the official voice of the Pete Braley Show, Greg was my sports guy at the time, my co-host. Yeah. And he looked at me, he said, what's wrong with you today? And I said, I started smoking again. I don't know. He says, well, no one says you can't quit again. So I set it up that at noon that day, that was going to be it. And I came home and I threw away all of my ashtrays, all of my lighters, all cigarettes.
Cigarettes came third in that story, people.
And that was it. And I quit cold turkey. I relied on Tootsie Pops and sugar-free gum. I think we went out and we went to BJ's wholesale place there, and we bought like a case of Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, Sarah loved it, from what I heard. Because there was always lollipops.
There was always lollipops from, yeah. Most difficult thing I ever did, I think, was getting rid of that habit. But if you're a smoker and you're thinking about it, give it a shot today. If you can make it one day, you can maybe make it 2. On the date book on this day in 1872, suffragette Susan B. Anthony was arrested by a U.S. deputy marshal. What was she charged with? She tried to vote.
Oh.
Can't do that. Couldn't do that. On this day in 1928, Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie was released. That was the first Mickey Mouse sound cartoon. So happy birthday, Mickey. On this day in 1959, Ben-Hur, starring Charlton Heston, premiered in New York City. Sandy Koufax announced his retirement due to an arthritic left elbow on this day in 1966. And if you're a pitcher, I would think that was a problem. On this day in 1992, Malcolm X, the film directed by Spike Lee, premiered. A couple of other movie previews on this day in 94, Star Trek Generations with Patrick Stewart, and then 2 years later, Star Trek First Contact premiered. On this day in 1997, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays joined the MLB in the expansion draft. And on this day in 2003, the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court ruled the state's ban on same-sex marriage was unconstitutional. Celebrity birthdays, Linda Evans is 79 today. Kevin Nealon from Saturday Night Live, 68. Former NFL quarterback Warren Moon is 65. Owen Wilson is 53. Megyn Kelly, 51. And Big Papi, David Ortiz, is 46 today.
I love that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Papi for president, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
I don't think he wants to do that, though.
No, you don't want those.
For his sake, don't do it, Big Papi.
Did you see during the playoffs in the World Series how he had that, win Papi's money?
Oh, yeah.
Number one, there's no way that was his money.
No, he wouldn't be carrying that around in a briefcase. Also,
Yeah.
there's no way that was real money.
True.
Yeah.
True.
No.
And just throw it up in the air.
No.
Do we have who's in the chats? Let's check in this morning.
Let's see. Dane is here. He's rocking the boo-boo bus this morning.
All right.
Gail says bright blue skies from Virginia Beach. Shout out.
Oh, she's there?
Yeah.
All right.
Peter Guy's listening on the phone. Good morning. Good morning,
Peter.
Guy. What's up? Diane's here. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning.
Love the lumberjack plaid, Matt. I don't think it's lumberjacky. Lumberjack, I would say, is red and black.
Is the red and black?
Red and black. Yeah. You have that.
I have one of those.
I don't.
Yep.
This is, I don't know, maybe like a nighttime lumberjack. You want to blend in. You know?
Oh, okay.
You want to, yeah.
Yep.
Blend in with the night. Yeah. Anyways,
like
Diane says it feels like a morning in May here in Fairhaven.
It is warm. I took Charlie outside thinking it was cold.
And it was freezing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walked out and I was like overdressed.
New England.
Yeah.
Abby's here. Good morning, Abby. And Dana says gazpacho. That's what it is. Cold tomato soup. Gazpacho.
Gazpacho.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Emily says, morning all, def a 2-coffee day for me. Dropped Gary off at the airport at 4:30.
Oh.
Where's Gary going?
Where's he going?
And why is he doing that to you? He couldn't have gone on a later flight. Come on, Gary.
Well, those early flights are the cheap ones, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like every day is a 2-coffee day now. Yeah. It's like the weekend is the 1-coffee day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't need 2 coffees.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to you.
By the way, I came across a photo in my memories this week. This was so cute. You have this? This is
so cute.
every year the kids would join us for the can drive at Buttonwood Park, and there's a little Matthew and a little cat helping to line up cans.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at that cool kid with the hat on backwards and the
yeah.
Jordans on his feet.
Oh, wow. Rocking it.
Wow.
Yeah. I just like that page. Came up this week.
Yep.
All right, time for our random question today. And our question is, as you get older, what's something that becomes increasingly annoying? I can just hear people saying, oh, let me type away here. As you get older, what is something that becomes increasingly annoying? And the one suggestion I have first answer is being tired all the time.
Fair enough.
Yep.
2 coffee day every day.
So let us know in the chat what you find becomes increasingly annoying.
I will say just on the coffee thing real quick. I don't know if anyone saw. Tom Brady was very upset in his post-game press conference.
It lasted like a minute and 40 seconds.
He dipped out of there.
Yeah.
And he posted yesterday on Instagram, which I agreed with. And he was like, having to do a press conference right after losing a game is like your coworker trying to talk to you before you had your morning coffee. And I was like, that's a great point. That's a great point. But then he went on to say, I never drink coffee, but I'm just assuming. I'm like, we didn't need that. We know that you eat,
avocado ice cream,
strictly avocado diet, avocado water or whatever you do. You don't need to go that far, Tom. We get it.
Yeah.
You're cool. You're better than us. We get it, Tom. Come on.
Crazy. Speaking of football, which you were kind of sort of doing.
Yeah.
Game tonight. We have the Patriots playing tonight. New England at Atlanta.
We do.
And I have got to redeem myself here because what is it now? You have a 2-game lead over me?
2-game lead, yeah.
So you picked up 3 then this weekend, right? Didn't I have a 1-game lead?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
I
I said, you and Justin did pretty poor.
bad week. All right, New England at Atlanta. I'll take the Patriots. In this
I'm
game.
going to do the same.
Same?
I'm liking the Patriots.
All right.
I'm not a fan of Thursday night games, though.
No.
It's like, it's late. I don't mind a night game, but the problem is, no one comes over to watch it, So you're just like watching it alone in your bedroom.
That's
like,
right, yeah.
Okay, it's like 11:30 at night. You score a game-winning touchdown, you're like, you can't actually say anything because then Trish will wake up and, kill
Wonder
you.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think many people do. Yeah, I think this is something. Like Thursday night football. I think I've heard a lot of complaints, but the league doesn't change.
I will say that I like when other teams are playing on Thursday night football because I can watch and I just kind of watch it casually.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And I enjoy it, but your team,
yep,
it's frustrating. Yeah.
In the news on this Thursday morning, a major storm could impact millions of Americans who are planning to get an early start on Thanksgiving travel. Meteorologists predict that a significant storm could rapidly strengthen and cause a host of disruptions from the Midwest to portions of the Great Lakes, interior Northeast, and Mid-Atlantic over the weekend, and the days before Thanksgiving. The exact timing and track of the storm have yet to be determined, but it's likely the storm will bring heavy snow next Monday and Tuesday to some of those regions. A father and daughter whose plane went down in a heavily wooded area in Pennsylvania were rescued thanks to the teen's iPad. The two-seat single-engine Cessna left the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, heading for an airport in the Pocono Mountains, but then it vanished from radar. Authorities contacted the pilot's wife and learned the daughter had an iPad on her. One of the rescuers said, with certain iPads, you're able to ping signals to it, and once we got that coordinate, that's where we located them. The 58-year-old and 13-year-old were found in a pre-hypothermic state. They were freezing and hospitalized. No word on what caused the crash. A tiny town in Missouri is now the center of the U.S., according to the U.S. Census. The calculation of a population center, released every 10 years after the census is taken, identifies the average point where Americans live. If every person in the country weighed exactly the same, the population center would be the point at which a flat, rigid map of the country would balance. So this decade, the Census Bureau identified that location as about 15 miles outside of Hartville, Missouri. The town has only 613 residents. A new study finds that 44% of Americans plan on canceling at least one of their TV subscriptions over the next 6 months due to budgetary concerns. 80% cite the rising cost of services as simply not being worth it. In all, the average person watches 7 hours of TV each week. I think that's about right.
No, you're more than that, for sure.
88% upgraded their setup by purchasing a new TV over the past year. 64% maybe purchased new home items, such as furniture, just to improve their setup. Studio dog Charlie.
Also, seven hours a week, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the average.
I mean, if we count football, we watch 7 hours in one day. You know, that's football Sunday. Right
that's
there.
true.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 also bought at least one streaming service, or I should say streaming device, in the past year, such as a Roku, an Amazon Fire Stick, or Apple TV. 59% subscribe to more TV or streaming services today than they did a year ago. Would you agree?
That you're subscribed to more, is that one?
Yeah.
Because people keep releasing them.
44% are subscribed to 4 or more of these streaming services.
Let me do the math.
Okay.
Netflix,
Hulu.
I have Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus.
I think we're missing Amazon. Don't we have Amazon?
I mean, that's just because, you guys have Amazon Prime, but I mean, I guess that counts.
Yeah. So we have 5.
And then technically I'm signed up for Peacock, but it's terrible.
Oh, that's right.
So 6, yeah.
Yeah, we have 6. So
yeah, I will say, did you see that there's a new Tom Brady show? Like, I don't know if it's a documentary. It goes through his biggest games.
And it's on ESPN Plus?
Yeah.
So we have to buy that too?
I don't know if we have. See, ESPN is included in some Disney Plus package, but I don't know if it's ESPN Plus.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's going to be like this. This is what they do. They get one show
that gets you to buy it.
That gets you to buy it.
Right.
Every Patriots fan is like, I want to buy it, but I don't know. It's frustrating.
Now, is it your theory or is it Doug's?
Mine. Everyone takes. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's not like my original theory. Other people have probably thought of this. I just said it one time at a family gathering of some kind, and Doug and Sarah both claim it in the name of their own genius minds. And
aren't they allowed to do that? It's like older sibling rules or something. I don't know.
Maybe when I'm like super young, because it's like then they could convince people that like, oh, the stupid youngin didn't come up with this idea. But like we're all grown up now, or at least on paper, technically we're all grown up.
Share your theory. Please.
Well, the theory is that it's going to replace cable. I think I've even said it on the show before. Yeah. It's that we spend a lump sum on cable now to get all the channels. Yeah. And now all the streaming services are making their own monthly cost, and eventually there'll be some sort of I don't know what company it'll be, but it'll be like a package deal. We're already seeing it with like Disney Plus. You can get Amazon and I think Hulu together.
Right.
So there'll be package deals, and you can spend $250 a month and get 5 streaming services, and
So-
then it's like, wait a minute, I'm not saving any money.
Yeah, it'll be. That's just like cable was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, the average price of a new car is now at a record high. According to the Kelley Blue Book, the average price for new vehicles sold in the U.S. jumped for the 7th straight month in October, reaching a record of $46,036, with buyers paying an average of $800 over sticker price.
I think someone's here.
Oh, is she?
Yep.
Trish.
Either that or we're being robbed.
We're being robbed.
Stay tuned, people.
Charlie is anticipating. I have to do play-by-play,
I
right?
see her. I see her.
Okay. Charlie is at the door.
He's trying to open the door for her.
He
so
has
you
now
have to
climbed up-
applaud the civility in that. Is civility the right word?
Civility. Hey, he's all happy. He's wagging his little booty. As Trish,
Yeah,
has arrived.
his tail is only like 2 or 3 inches long. So when he does wag his tail, he's literally wagging his
the whole butt's
butt,
going. Yeah. He's got. We call it the little nubby.
Yeah.
He's got a little nubby
It
tail.
looks like a finger that's just waving back and forth every time his tail wags.
First question for Trish, as always. How was your night?
It was fine.
It was fine, meaning you got 3 hours sleep.
No, it was good.
It was good.
Oh.
Dana, can you
Wow.
confirm? Is that true?
More mechanical issues.
Oh,
Mechanical issues.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie, I'm out, man. That's all I had. I don't
Go
have
see
any,
mom.
I don't have any more.
Go see mom.
If I bring more in, you're gonna get fat, buddy.
Oh, she's giving him a hug.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I took him outside, so he doesn't have to.
No sprinkler situation. Although he's too excited this morning. Charlie, I don't have anything, man.
He is looking around for more cookies.
Yeah. Once he greets Trish, he just comes by and stares at me at the desk. I don't have anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
go see mom.
He's out of here. He almost wiped out on the floor.
Yeah, we have hardwood floors and a puppy, so he kind of.
Every time he leaves, I have to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on in that 30 seconds right there. Yeah.
We got to get that Charlie cam,
Yeah.
so everybody has a chance to see it. Back to the car prices. Sales on higher-end luxury SUVs, large SUVs and pickup trucks. The average price for a luxury vehicle is $61,020. And there's no relief in sight, with new vehicle inventory expected to remain tight through the first half of 2022. All right, so a question that we teased yesterday: how long is the perfect hug? According to a new study, the perfect hug lasts between 5 and 10 seconds.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Researchers looked at how much pleasure people got from engaging in hugs of different durations and orientations. I actually saw pictures of the study. They had the people blindfolded so that
Now, what
nothing
is-
played into.
What is the orientation of a hug? What entails
Different
that? Are we talking
duration,
like
orientation?
Are we talking like-
situations?
like diagonal arm placement?
Oh, that might
top
be
arm
it.
placement, bottom arm placement,
Because they did talk about, they call this
Back hugs.
this is the crisscross.
hand hug.
This is the neck and waist hug, I
Oh.
think they called it.
That's weird.
Yeah. So they found that longer hugs, which they consider a long hug between 5 and 10 seconds, the longer hugs were more pleasant than very short hugs. And the arm position doesn't seem to matter.
This study was not done with awkward people in mind.
It is risky to hug for longer than 10 seconds, although further studies are needed to know exactly when a hug becomes too long.
Now, see, here's the issue: is
the issue?
when you go, like, if someone's going for a longer hug, like 5 to 10 seconds, the
Mm-hmm.
most awkward thing in the world, tell me not, is when you hug someone and then you let go and they don't let go yet.
Yes.
Because then you do the awkward thing of, okay, do I stand like with my hands at my side, like this is really weird, or do I go back and hug them again? Which at that point you're risking like a 15-second hug.
Mm-hmm. Now, when
I don't
said-
like that. Just I don't know. Bro, everyone should just bro hug. One tap, 2 tap.
Wait, when I said 5 to 10 seconds, you said no way. What are you saying? That's too long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the person. I mean, your significant other, you do what you want. But
Yeah.
if Auntie Deborah, I don't have an Auntie Deborah.
But if you're seeing
I'm
Auntie,
not calling out my
wait,
Auntie.
if you're seeing Auntie Deborah at a funeral, that could be a longer hug, right? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if I was the one that lost someone, I would still prefer a bro hug.
Now,
Or I mean, I'll say it. I say it every time. What about just the awkward wave nod? I'm sorry for your loss. You know, I'd be cool with that. I'd just be like,
now, when you say bro hug, are you talking about the one arm?
no, I'm talking about
One arm, two tap?
Well, see, this is a difficult thing too. There's like a million bro hugs. I was more referring to it's like a normal hug, but you just kind of like the second the arms go around the person, tap them on the back, and that's it. That's it. You walk away. It's probably like 2 seconds max. Yeah. I prefer that.
And
well, I prefer no hugs.
right.
Yeah. After that, yeah.
Of course, realize the hug must be welcome from the other person. You can't just you know.
And I'm saying all this to like someone you like wouldn't hug on a regular basis. That's what comes to my mind is like when you're at a birthday party and the aunt that you see twice a year goes for the 30-second hug and the grimy kiss on the cheek. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
But I can relate to what you're saying about, you know, when you go in for a hug and it's like, how do you decide? You just gotta have to feel it when it's the right time to separate. But then if you separate and they're still hugging you, it's like, what do I do?
Yeah. I did have an aunt one time. She's cool though, so she doesn't apply to the situation. But one time before homecoming, she gave me, I don't know why she was here, but she gave me a hug and went for a kiss on the cheek and got my collar of my shirt. And so I had a lipstick mark on the collar of my shirt for homecoming. It was really funny. Yeah. But she's cool, so I don't mind that.
Do we have anyone talking about hugs in the chat or what?
Gail said, I don't care for the hugs with the hands tapping on my back like they can't wait to stop the hug. If you're giving me a hug, then hug me.
Oh, you don't like taps on the back?
I don't know. I guess. It depends who it is, you know?
Yeah.
See, my rule of thumb is if you don't really know the person, don't hug them. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it's someone you know, yeah, the tap on the back would probably be weird. Like, I'm just... Like, I don't know, if you went to give Trish a hug and Trish just like tapped you on the back, like you should probably be insulted. Yeah,
if you get a bro hug from your spouse,
that's probably an issue. Yeah,
I would
can't
agree.
speak on that, but
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Dana said Paula's and my relationship all started with a hug. Oh, I feel like that's the title of like a romantic novel, Dana.
It started with a hug.
Why don't you take a trip up to Maine? And you write that.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
It all started with, or maybe a Valentine's card, you know? Keep it simple. Dana says, pulled her in for a second squeeze. From the second squeeze, you knew. There we go. And then Diane did say, this was back about Brady. She said, I love the ad for Subway where Brady's bragging about their bread. And the ad ends with the voiceover guy saying, you don't even eat bread. Yeah. Subway... You know, we had that story a while back about them coming out with new ingredients and all this stuff.
Yep.
I don't give a crap about that. Their commercials, though, they fired their whole marketing team. They were like, we need to bring in better people.
Remember those Jared days? They stepped it up from there.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, like they got like Steph Curry. I think Serena Williams, Venus Williams.
I like the one where
is in it too. Like they star-studded cast.
I like the one where they cut off Brady when he goes, "Hey, I'm Tom Brady."
Yep. Love it. Genius.
Speaking of Venus and Serena Williams, I think that movie opens tomorrow. Will Smith plays their dad who trained them, and I guess I'm reading he's done a hell of a job. I think it's called King Richard.
Yeah, and HBO Max, I think it's on.
HBO Max and in theaters. All right, time for Braley's Bizarre But True. Now, remember, these are bizarre stories that are evidently true that we discover reading various internet things here. This one is just crazy. A woman who helped deliver her best friend's baby claimed that just days later, she learned that her own husband was the father of that child. Whoa.
It's just weird.
The 28-year-old woman from Wickenburg, Arizona, said she was left heartbroken after finding out her husband of 6 years had allegedly cheated on her with her best friend. Now, if you're wondering, well, how did someone say that? Stay with me. She was there every step of the way to support her best friend during the pregnancy and birth, including wearing the hospital's daddy wristband. She was devastated when she spotted a birth defect on the baby's neck that was identical to one her husband has. The defect is an extra piece of cartilage that grows out of the side of the neck. The husband's family even refers to it as the bowling bump. I don't know why, but that's what they call it.
Okay, interesting.
After confronting the pair about her suspicions that her husband had fathered the baby. Her worst fears were confirmed. They confirmed it.
So many questions.
So what do you think she did next? She shared her story on TikTok.
Oh, of course.
Of course. We take it to the internet.
Why go to a therapist or, confront the people?
Yep.
Take it to the internet.
Quickly went viral. She explained in one clip that she decided to get sober after she became pregnant with her own child years earlier, and she wanted to help her friend, who was also an addict, do the same. And then she found this out.
Wow.
So they did divorce, and she's now happily remarried.
I mean, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why is it, like, if the significant other's going to cheat, why don't you cheat with a rando? Why does it always have to? Because now you're losing a best friend and that person. Like, just cheat with a random person. Why you got to cheat with her best friend? I mean, don't cheat would be the answer. I want to specify that. But
right.
But why go for the best friend?
Then the friendship, you're right.
God.
Friendships ruin. Holidays are never the same.
People are dumb.
Yeah. Another story about very few tweeters actually tweet. Is Justin with us this morning? Because
I think he had an exam this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
good luck, Justin. Because he's also heavily into Twitter like I am, right?
He is. Yeah, big. It's his favorite social media for some reason.
Nearly a quarter of U.S. adults say they log on to Twitter for everything from news to sports to politics. That's pretty much what I do. But very few of those users are there to tweet. According to new research, most of the tweets on the social media platform come from a minority of users. Probably the same with all the others, too, isn't it? You think? It's only a small group that really does most of the posting.
Yeah, I guess. Probably. Yeah, that's probably true.
Active users have more followers and follow more people. They spend a lot of time on the site, with 58% saying they visit it daily, and more than 1 in 5 say they visit it too many times to count each day. It's probably me.
Yeah, probably you.
Another significant finding was that despite active users sending an average of 65 tweets a month, users in the top 25% of producers receive very little engagement. They only get like 37 likes and maybe only 1 retweet a month. So
Yeah. I will say Justin does tweet.
he does tweet a lot.
He does tweet. Yeah.
I should follow him. I don't know why I don't.
It's a lot of soccer stuff. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I follow him for the support, but you probably wouldn't understand anything he's saying.
right.
Yeah.
But I think I can relate to this. I really don't. I retweet a lot. If I see like a cute puppy video that gets retweeted, stay away from politics, just like I try to do on Facebook. Because I don't want to argue with people on these things,
It's the reason why arguing on social media is stupid is because neither person is ever going to win. There's never going to be a point
Probably not.
where on Facebook you're in the comments section and like
you're right, Matt.
Yeah, like no, which stinks because that's kind of how debate should be. You say something, you maybe show somebody something they didn't realize, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good point," but that doesn't happen. Like you could literally show someone like the facts about something, and they'll be like, "Nope, that's fake. That's not real. Where'd you get that? Wikipedia?" So that's why just don't waste your time. It's not going to help anyone. It's only going to make it worse, even if you are right, because you could be right, but I don't know.
I found
Just don't waste your time.
I found a guy on TikTok 2 days ago who is reading the Constitution. He's doing TikToks about the Constitution.
Okay.
So, and he's like, you people should know what's in it before you, before you try to change it, or it's like you don't even know what you're arguing about. So, time for today's fascinating facts. To this day, astronaut Alan Shepard is the only person to play golf somewhere other than planet Earth. On Apollo 14, this was in 1971, Alan Shepard attached a 6-iron head, which he had smuggled on board in a sock. He attached it to a piece of rock collecting equipment to make a golf club so he could hit 2 golf balls while on the moon. Says he hit his second shot further than the first. It went 200 yards. People have joked over the years that the ball's still going because there's no gravity.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
But I guess they say it eventually came down. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I will say all the billionaires on the Earth they probably head up to the moon every now and then.
Think so?
Play 18.
Bezos.
There's probably a luxury hotel on the other side of the moon.
We don't know what's on that dark side. We just don't. By the way, yesterday we did get a Burger King mention on our post about fast food guilty pleasures. Margaret said her guilty pleasure is a Whopper Jr. with cheese and onion rings. I will give it to Burger King. They're the only place that does onion rings.
Yeah, I kind of feel like onion rings are overrated, but we don't need to get into that argument today.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
But a Whopper, have you had the other burgers from the other places?
You think it would top a Whopper Jr.?
I just think Burger King has declined in their quality of burgers, which is, ironic.
Yeah.
Because they're the king. But
For Christmas movies, we got votes for Christmas Vacation, Elf, and Polar Express. And we got one for One Magic Christmas, which I don't know.
I don't know that one. I will say Polar Express is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. I forgot about that movie the other day. I still stick with Muppets Christmas Carol. Polar Express is a solid movie. Yeah.
Time for today's random question. As you get older, what's something that becomes increasingly annoying? Do you have anything to add to this? Have we had any in the chats this morning?
Yes. Gail says noise.
Yes.
Which I think is a good one.
That's on the list.
Dana, you can agree with this. Dana says stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Pete has an ongoing battle with stairs. Mm-hmm. He would destroy every stair in the world if he could. If he could. For me, I would say children.
Children?
Children get more annoying. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. Yeah. No, other people's children. I think, well, kind of like when probably not so much me because I haven't had kids, but I'm sure maybe you can weigh in on this. Like misbehaved children.
Yeah.
It's really annoying the older you get. It's like
yes. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. You used to be a kid. You used to misbehave. But that's why I'm saying the older you get, the more annoying it is to children. Yeah.
And if you've had children, you kind of sit here and go, what I used to do in that situation. I would take care of it.
Yeah, you got to judge everyone else's parenting. That's what parents do.
So I mentioned things we're getting annoyed about. Being tired all the time is one. How about dental issues? Oh,
Yeah.
Things crop up. I've had fillings that I got in my teens. They're starting to have to be replaced. Mm-hmm. It's just a pain. How about people lying for no reason?
Yeah, solid.
I've always hated lying.
Yeah. But probably at any age, though. I don't know if that's like a getting older specific kind of thing.
True. That's true.
Well, no, because when you're a kid, you probably don't care as much.
When you mention noise, one thing that I've noticed, and I wrote a blog about this, was, have you noticed restaurants, they've gotten noisier, haven't they? Because I know one of the issues that I have since the stroke is if there's too much noise, background noise and stuff, I can't handle that. But I've noticed that restaurants seem to be getting louder and louder. And your mother actually pointed out that a lot of the restaurant decor has changed. You don't see restaurants anymore that have carpeting or that have nice drapes over the window, things that absorb the sound, And
I guess that's a good point.
I think booths used to be more private than they are now.
Really?
No, you don't think so?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't think that they're like not private.
Yeah. But I found just loud restaurants just don't, it gets to me.
Gail said, misbehaving children is totally annoying all the time, not just as I age. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm just sticking with children as an answer. Yeah.
It's a good answer.
More specifically, other people's children. Well, like outside, I don't have any children, but like outside, Liam's cool. But
yeah.
It is funny though. Liam will sometimes like have a temper tantrum or something. And I'm like,
Sarah,
can someone do something about this? Like this is, or one time, I don't know if I told the story on here before, but like one time I gave him a cup and he just, I don't know, he was in a bad mood. He was tired. He like threw the cup. I was like, Liam, we don't do that. Can you go pick up that cup for me? And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm the stubborn one in this family. Okay, I'm the baby.
Yeah.
That causes trouble, not you. So go pick up that cup. And he said no again. And I was like, I'm out. I was like, somebody else deal with this. I ain't got time for this. He ain't my kid.
So are you being replaced as the youngest wiseacre? Are you okay with that?
He can try. He can try.
Bring your A game, bro.
I haven't matured just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the final answer I have, what is something that becomes increasingly annoying as you get older? Clutter. Stuff. This person who replied said, "It didn't bother me that much when I was younger, but it's definitely something that's gotten increasingly on my nerves as I passed into my 30s. Just so much stuff."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've talked about my partial hoarding tendencies. So I don't know if I'd say clutter bothers, but like a mess, unorganized clutter. If you got clutter and it's organized,
Right.
To each their own.
It's all
But
right.
as long as it's safe, no fire hazards up in here. But
Don't we all have a junk drawer? Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a drawer, but yeah.
right. Yeah, but
Actually, that's a lie. I have drawers in my room. I probably have a junk drawer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does. At least one, right? Okay.
You have to, right? There's always things that don't have a place just yet. And then when the junk drawer gets too full, then you find a place for them and it starts all over again.
Was it George Carlin that did a piece about stuff? It's your stuff.
I don't know. I like it when you say things like that. Was it Abraham Lincoln that we went to dinner with that one time? And I'm like, I don't know.
Many times I'm asking everyone here.
I know, but you
was
look
it-
at me. It's
Yeah,
it's the eye contact.
Well,
I
you're the
guess.
one that's here.
You're like,
Yeah.
was it George Conrad? I'm
What
like,
was it?
Who's that? Like, what? Yeah, and I have to sit here and be like, yeah, for sure. And then it's probably completely wrong.
Let's get to the do you have a guy story, okay? People on Reddit were recently asked, what is the strangest thing you have a guy for? And Diane, it's your first question.
Yeah, we would like to specify. This article is about the phrase "have a guy," but it's not like gender specific. It's just having a person for something.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Diane commented on Facebook, I hope it's this meaning. So,
It was.
It
yeah.
is. One guy said, when I was a waiter in downtown Phoenix 20 years ago, I had a street person on retainer. Mike held a parking spot for me nearly every morning for 2 years. He fed my meter and the meter of any other staff I asked him to. I started keeping car cleaning stuff in my car, Windex, Armor All, and I would give him towels from the restaurant to detail it up once a week. He knew what bar I hung out at and where I sat. He tracked me down when the meters were about to expire, or if he needed a buck. He was my friend, though, too. His name was Mike. He just didn't live anywhere because life is more complicated for some people. Yeah, I had a guy once, a true downtown concierge.
I hope he paid him a large sum of money.
When I first read that, I thought, man, that's kind of shady. Man, he's just, and you tell the guy to wash your car.
Yeah.
But then he puts in the part about he was my friend.
Yeah, but he was
And
like,
he-
he's my friend. His name's Mike. I have no idea what his last name is, but his
Right.
name was Mike. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, maybe it gave
if
the
he
guy-
paid him a lot of money, that
Or
if he,
dec-
if he was open to doing it,
Yeah.
yeah. But if he was paying him like 3 cents an hour, then I want to smack this guy.
But maybe it gave Mike a purpose,
Maybe,
right?
yeah.
I don't know.
I hope he paid him a good amount of money.
There was someone else who said, I have a mushroom guy. Not those psychedelic mushrooms, but some rare, high-quality, food-grade mushrooms. So that's cool.
Gross. Okay.
Someone else said, I got a guy named Fat Tony who occasionally texts me about rare but cheap musical instruments. He's always trying to loop me in on his side hustle of finding instruments on eBay and repairing them for resale.
I wish I had a guy named Fat Tony.
Yeah.
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 Especially for I mean, that'd be cool. An instrument guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get these things, resell them on eBay.
Yeah.
I was trying to think if I have a guy. I have a suit guy. I always tell people,
do.
when they talk about the weddings coming up or they got to get a suit, I say, I got a guy.
You got to see my suit guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, when I say I mean, I don't get any discounts from this guy or anything, but he's Rob at Main Street Formals. I'll tell you, he's my suit guy. If I need a suit,
Where you get your suits.
that's it.
Yeah.
I go to Rob, and if I have had to have a couple let out over the years,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I got a guy.
You got a guy for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I go to Rob. He takes care of me. So, does anybody else have a guy for anything?
Yeah. What do you have a guy or gal for?
Someone said, and we do have a gal here. Someone said, I have a salsa lady. A salsa lady.
Are we talking the dance or the dip?
The dip. She has been winning awards for her salsa since before I was born. So she goes to this salsa lady. So,
That's cool.
you have a guy for anything?
I'm trying to think if I have a guy for anything. I don't know. For most things, I have a guy named Jeff Bezos. Amazon helps me out for a lot.
Yeah. Have a guy named Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, we have a designer. We have a graphic designer.
We have a graphic designer. So we have a guy for
we
that.
have a gal for that.
Yeah, a gal. You're right.
I'm trying to think. I don't really have a guy for.
You talk to Justin a lot, just about stuff, though, right? I mean, you get some show ideas, and
I don't pay him for that.
oh, I see.
I don't purchase my friends, Pete. Thank you.
I see what you mean. No,
at least the last time I checked, we're friends because we're friends, not because I pay him.
I know.
I don't pay him. God,
that's a stipulation. Then you
so
pay him.
Mean.
No,
he's like, you must pay Justin, right? No way he's friends with you.
That's not what I was saying.
What a jerk.
I was trying to think, I mean, do you guys kick around show ideas and think, I have a guy, But you're right.
That's what friends do.
Stop.
You don't have a guy for that.
Stop
You just chat with friends.
Can I talk?
You were talking with Uncle Jim yesterday. You pay him for that conversation? I heard you talking about the P Bruins.
We might go to the game Saturday.
You paying him to take you to the game? You have a guy for that?
I don't know.
You have a guy to hang out with?
Stop. I for a moment there, I didn't realize that having a guy is someone you pay for this. I forgot.
Rude.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
Rude.
Does anybody have a guy? Does anybody have someone they go to? I mean, for things like that, for a suit, do you have a tailor? Then you have a guy. That's what that's all about.
Yeah, I got nothing. Gail did say yes, George Carlin and stuff. Love it.
Yep. Yeah. He did. I got to find that bit for you. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, I could pull it up if you insist. I came across an interview yesterday with Candace Cameron Bure.
Is it?
Yeah. Because she was on the Today Show, and they were I don't know when it was from, and they said, "Oh, tell the story about how you met your husband, who is a NHL, he's a former hockey player from Russia."
Oh.
And they met because remember, not Uncle Jesse, the other Dave Coulier.
Oh, Uncle
Joey.
Yeah.
Uncle Joey was a big hockey guy.
He
right?
was. Yeah.
So they were at some place, and Dave went up to Cameron, went up to DJ and said, "Oh, there's a hockey player I want you to meet. I think his first name is actually Vlad, like Vladimir.
Oh."
This hockey guy I want you to meet, Vlad Bure." And I was like, yes, Bure.
So then something I've watched about her, they mispronounced her name.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure it was like Candace Cameron Burr or Bure something. I'll have to look it up. I don't know where I would have seen her, but yeah, I think somebody must have mispronounced it. Because I've never heard it pronounced like that. But I will apologize for being wrong. So there it is. There's my apology.
I was waiting to hear, okay, Pete, you were right.
See how needy he is? I just admitted I was wrong, which is a big thing to do.
Okay.
Is to admit when you're wrong.
Yes, it is. I'll give you that.
He needs me to tell him he's right for the affirmation.
Oh, thank you.
Not going to happen.
Thanksgiving a week away, and if you're still trying to figure out what you will be cooking for the holiday, Zippia conducted a study to find out every state's favorite Thanksgiving side dish.
If you're at this point and you don't know what you're cooking for Thanksgiving, you probably should just take the year off.
Go for pizza.
Also, it's the same things every year, kind of. So
pretty much.
Where's the confusion?
Well, the thing that interested me was there are different things. Some states list something and you go, really? What they did is they used Google Trends, and they determined that the Thanksgiving side dish in each state, they discovered what the Thanksgiving side dish each state makes the most of. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all 50, all right? But I found some interesting ones. In Alaska, their favorite side dish is stuffed mushrooms.
Gross.
I wonder if they have a guy. In Alabama, it's sweet potatoes, of course. California's favorite is mashed potatoes.
Hey.
Florida, for Nathan, anyone else listening in Florida, your favorite side dish is the rolls.
Underrated, I will say.
True. Yeah. A nice warm roll.
Yeah.
With the butter melting in it.
Yep.
Oh. The favorite side dish in Idaho is a side salad. Really?
Yeah, why a side salad? Yeah, I don't know.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, that's just kind of weird.
In Kansas, the favorite is creamed corn.
I think I've had that like once, and I don't remember liking it.
For Massachusetts, what do you think our favorite side dish is?
I saw the list, so I'm not going to guess.
Mashed potatoes.
The way it should be.
Really?
Normal mashed potatoes.
I would stuffing would be number one.
Stuffing is solid, but you can't go wrong with mashed potatoes, man.
Now, Gail, I know you're in Virginia Beach, but for Maryland, collard greens. I've never had that.
Yeah, I don't. What is that?
Is that something you
I've
eat?
heard of it like a million times.
Yeah. Have you had that, Gail? Maryland, the favorite side dish is collard greens. For Maine, it's stuffing. I had to do Minnesota here because it was odd. Not that we have any viewers. We need to grow our Minnesota audience.
Oh, okay.
The favorite side dish for Minnesota, I don't even know if I'm saying this right, a charcuterie tray.
Charcuterie.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
That's the favorite side dish, though.
That would be like an
appetizer.
An appetizer,
Wouldn't
yeah. A little finger food for beforehand. I wouldn't consider that a side dish.
North Dakota likes a fruit salad.
Why? Nothing against fruit salad. But, save it for another time.
New Hampshire likes stuffing. Surprisingly, New York is sweet potatoes with marshmallows, something Diane hates, right?
I just don't like sweet potatoes.
I can't see it being number one in New York, though. To me, that would be a southern dish. Let's see. Gary and Emily, Rhode Island, right? Glazed carrots. Glazed carrots.
Carrots are pretty good. I don't know. Carrots are like the... it's just a standard side dish. Nothing special about it.
Kat's not a fan, though, right?
No, she hates them.
Okay. Virginia likes mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is solid.
Yep. And Vermont, if Abby's still with us, Vermont also favors macaroni and cheese. I thought it was a southern dish. I really did.
Ever since we started having it at our Thanksgivings, it made me wonder why we hadn't had it before. It fits perfectly. It's phenomenal.
It was never...
It belongs there.
It was never a northern thing.
Gail says, love collard greens, but haven't recalled seeing them on the Thanksgiving table. I would think Maryland would choose sauerkraut. Or maybe that's a Baltimore thing.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had sauerkraut.
No,
that's another one that doesn't really intrigue me by the name.
Yeah. Can you describe collard greens to us? I mean, I could look it up, but...
You could.
Yeah.
Just making other people do the heavy lifting here.
That's the idea. Time for Hollywood headlines today. He didn't get the Jeopardy hosting gig, but LeVar Burton is going to host a new Trivial Pursuit TV game show. Burton will serve as an executive producer on the series, co-produced by Hasbro and Entertainment One, but they don't have a network for it yet. In a statement, he said, Trivial Pursuit is one of the best-known brands in the gaming universe. I am thrilled to bring this beloved game to market as a premium show for television. Earlier this year, Burton was in the running to replace Alex Trebek on Jeopardy! He only served as a guest host. A premiere date for this Trivial Pursuit is not set yet. That's a game that you weren't familiar with, right?
I've never played it.
Never played Trivial Pursuit?
Nope.
It's, typical board. You move things around the places, but whatever color you land on, I think, determines what trivia question you get, whether it's about entertainment, geography, science.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
It was. The cast of Harry Potter is coming together for a new special set to air on HBO. It'll be on HBO Max January 1st, New Year's Day. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, and many more are expected to take part in Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts. It is a special that will celebrate the unparalleled legacy of the Harry Potter film franchise and its indelible impact on the hearts, minds, and imaginations of families and friends around the world, families and fans around the world. There is a long list of stars that will appear because there were a huge cast lists for all those movies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be cool. But I guess this is HBO Max's thing now. They're just going to take whatever giant title they have.
That's right. They did Friends.
And then just release a reunion.
Okay. Not such a bad idea.
I mean, they're going to make a poop ton of money for it. So you got to applaud that. But yeah, no, I'm excited. It's going to be interesting. A lot of those people, haven't really been much in the spotlight, or at least the Hollywood spotlight, I would say. Since, even Daniel Radcliffe, like he did a lot of Broadway, I think.
Yep.
So stuff like that. So it'll be cool.
And
see where everyone's at.
I think Emma's done the most, as far as film
Hollywood
work.
films.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really hasn't stopped. She's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And Britney Spears is refusing to see her mother, Lynn Spears, after she flew from Louisiana to Los Angeles in an attempt to make amends with her daughter. This is a screwed up family. Sources say that Lynn went to see her daughter at her home, but the singer turned her away and she is furious with her mom. The incident comes after Brittany accused her mom of being the orchestrator of her 13-year conservatorship that her father controlled. In an Instagram post earlier this month, she blamed her mom for being involved. She said, "She secretly ruined my life." So she doesn't want to see her.
I mean, it does kind of come to the point, how many people kind of stood by and just watched all this happen, didn't really do anything. So I think that's where we're at.
Yeah.
She's kind of realizing who kind of just watched. So
See what money does to you? That's why I stay where I am.
I don't know if that's the life lesson here. I think the life lesson is, speak up when something bad is happening and
Just someone
be nice to people.
Yeah, maybe that would
Take
do
care of the people you care about.
That could be nice. Yeah. That'll just about do it for us for today. Did Gail go back to us about the collard greens? Or
Let's see. She said, when I used to cook, I essentially sauteed the greens in bacon grease. The first time I remember having them, I thought they tasted like cooked spinach. But the bacon grease can make anything taste good. That's true. Maybe we should slap some bacon grease on some potato salad and see what happens.
we could try that.
No, I'm kidding.
I've had bacon in my potato salad.
That doesn't change it for me.
Nope,
It's
not
the
gonna do it.
cold potatoes and mayonnaise combination that just is disgusting. Gary was here. He said, morning, fellas. He was on the plane before. He said, until they have me go on airplane mode. I'm assuming that happened. That was a while ago. So safe flight, Gary.
Yes, safe flight.
Wherever you are in the sky.
That'll do it for today. Foodie Friday tomorrow, where we see if the McRib is really McNasty.
It's going to be a good one.
Don't forget, we have merch available. The link is in the description down below. Hopefully, we started your day on a good note, because that is always our goal here. If you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekdays, but also available on all of your podcast apps. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with your comments, questions, happy birthday shout-outs, or if you have a feel-good Friday story for tomorrow, something you're happy about in your life, let us know. We leave you with our thought for the day today, and our thought is, sometimes you need bad things to happen to inspire you to change and grow. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.